families are exposed to alcohol in a huge range of ways. It's ubiquitous, it's everywhere in society, and people come across it on a day-to-day basis in a whole multitude of ways, through advertising, in their home, through friends and family members who drink, and through TV and media as well. It's something that's really there as part of an everyday part of life. It's something that we can't get away from, and something that almost becomes unrecognised in certain ways in terms of the impact that it might therefore have, because it's so normalised and an everyday part of life that we all recognise. So increasingly children are exposed to alcohol in the home. In the past, a lot of drinking happened outside the home, and children were to some extent shielded from that, except in more extreme cases. But nowadays drinking happens increasingly at home, and so it's something that children are exposed to on a daily basis through parental drinking and other family members, and that becomes a normal part of life, and something that therefore the harms or the risks associated might not be recognised in the same way. So estimates suggest that over 200,000 children are living with someone who is dependent on alcohol, and many, many more thousands with parents who use alcohol at lower levels where they might not be dependent. But there are a huge range of harms, often hidden, which children are exposed to in this situation. So children tell us that often when they see parents tipsy or drunk, that's quite scary for them. It can be quite intimidating, it can make them anxious. It's also setting an example for children in terms of their expectations of alcohol when they grow up. So many people see drinking and initiation into alcohol use as a normal part of adolescence and growing up. But there's a lot of evidence now that even lower levels or occasional bouts of drinking at a younger age is much more harmful on a biological level. We know that warm and responsive and consistent parenting, where boundaries are clear and behavioural expectations are clear, it has the best outcomes for children. Guidance suggests that the healthiest option is for young people not to drink until they're 18, and certainly that to drink below the age of 15 has increased risk of harm, including the increased potential of becoming heavier or dependent drinkers later in life. So there are a range of things that parents can do to keep their families safe from alcohol harms and to reduce the impact if they do drink. So one thing is to be mindful of their own drinking and of the potential impacts of that on their children. Adfam exists because we recognise that substance use in families can cause a lot of harm. There are a lot of families who are very heavily affected by alcohol use or other substance use in the family, and often this harm and this impact is very hidden. Often there isn't support available. So Adfam exists to promote and develop support for families affected in this way. Adfam works in a range of ways to act as the umbrella organisation for family support, to promote support and to develop it. So we develop best practice guidance for services and professionals, we run training for professionals. We also work directly with family members to ensure that their voices are heard, to amplify their voices and make sure that their needs are listened to and that services are designed in such a way to really meet those needs. If parents are concerned about drinking in the family or about their children's drinking or exposure to alcohol, I would really encourage them to look for support. There are a range of places they can look. There's the Adfam website, which has a huge range of resources for families, and links to other useful websites as well.